Hello, welcome back to You Late. I'm joined on the couch now by Tim Batt, the Lure Review man, he's moved from strength to strength since I last saw you. You're now wearing a fur trim ski suit.
It's a onesie.
Wow. And how did you procure the onesie, Tim?
Let's play a little round of good news, bad news, shall we?
Yes.
To the sting!
That's right, it's time for the Lure Review. Good news, bad news. Tim.
What do you want first?
The bad news.
Bad news. Lost a little bit of money with the old Fonterra investment.
Well, I mean, but you're going to stick to that, aren't you? Surely. No.
I may have accidentally pulled my shares, pushed the wrong button.
And
see, what you want to do with the share market, and I don't want to lecture you, but what you want to do is you want to buy low and sell high, whereas what happened in my case with the Fonterra, bought high, sold low.
It's classic. That's a bit of a catastrophe, really, isn't it?
You want to hear the good news?
I think I might be looking at the good news.
I got a girlfriend now! Charles, tell everyone about yourself while talking into my chest because you don't have a microphone.
Oh, hi. Does that work?
That's good, yeah.
Hi. Well, yes, I'm with Tim Batt. You've got to call him by his full name.
Woo!
It only works that way. I don't really know what you want me to say.
Just, that's enough. We're good. Some more good news, bad news.
Okay, I guess. What's the bad news?
Well, I'm homeless.
Again? That's not news, though. It's just bad.
Well, I was briefly home full, and now I am
homeless.
Homeless.
I'm assuming. What's the good news, Tim?
I got another job now.
Great.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Wow. Fun fact. Did you know the Sky Tower, which at time of erection was the largest construction in the Southern Hemisphere, made by man, the tallest building in the Southern Hemisphere, they used to insulate that building asbestos. And they've got to get rid of all the asbestos because it turns out asbestos causes cancer. So guess what? Old Timbo's in there, out with the asbestos, in with the pink bats, and who better to do that than Tim Batt?
Have you thought about the sort of the medical ramifications of removing, I mean, so much asbestos? Literally, actually, the most asbestos in the Southern Hemisphere.
Another round. Good news or bad news?
We'll just neglect that question. Give me the good news first this time.
Good news. I have access to free Wakachangi and coffee cup Wakachangi.
It's good news.
Wakachang Chang.
And the good news is that if you like Wakachangi, which is the, what is it? It's the old,
Say it
it's
again.
the old Misty. It's the old girl Wakachangi.
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 Wakachangi. Wakatumba.
Wakatumba. The old girl, the old Misty.
Old Misty.
That's right, the old lady.
Wakachang Chang.
Yeah, the old...
The old Wakatumtumtumba.
The old... Is Lee Hart paying you as well as us?
Wakachang Chang.
Wakachang Chang. I think the good news is
it's on tap. That's great news.
If you want to win a year's supply of Wakachang Chang, you can do that by checking out their Facebook page. Seamless product integration. So I suppose, I mean, let's address the elephant in the room. Your lovely girlfriend.
Yeah, let's address her. Her name is Chelsea, and she is far from being an elephant. She's actually quite slender. But thank you for alienating the one female who's on the show right now. Good job. Smooth move. You're an asshole. Chelsea,
Roll it back.
you don't have to talk to Guy if you don't want to.
How did you and Tim meet? How do you meet a guy like Tim Batt?
This is a cute story, but you tell it, because you tell it better.
Well, I was sitting at a bus stop. I was waiting for my bus. Oh, sorry. I was sitting at a bus stop, waiting for my bus. And he was just there.
I was living there.
Oh, you were living there.
Well, some say bus stop, other people say temporary housing.
And so what? And
Well, I didn't know that to begin with.
no.
You know, because that's not the first thing you think. But yeah, we just, you know, we got talking and there we go.
My chest last time.
Okay. I didn't have to talk to his chest last time. I could look right in the eyes.
The real question, I guess, I'm wondering is what first attracted you to a Tim Batt? I mean, what was he wearing? What was he saying?
Oh, this.
He was wearing the onesie.
It's quite recently that we started this relationship.
Yeah.
Quite recently. Some would say today.
Yeah.
I would say today because it was today.
So, and you've
The
already,
bus just never kind of arrived, you know. Transport.
Yeah, and here we are.
Here we all are.
So, I mean, the Tim...
You've called her an elephant. I've picked her up. Who's really winning? The
I
guy in
hear
the
there's some
onesie or
beer,
the
though.
dude with the too small tie?
Thanks, mate.
It's for everyone out
It's
there
hard
to
to
decide.
say. Oh, yeah.
Hey,
So-
and more pressing matters as well, I'd just like to set the record straight and more good news, bad news.
Okay,
What would you like
give
first?
me the bad news.
Bad news, bro, you late's going off the year soon.
We've told you that.
How many shows do we have left?
10 after this. A meager 10. Woo! It's not enough, is it, mate? What's the good news?
Good news, old Timbo's paid off the ledger. Thank you, Dairies of New Zealand.
That is good news.
Paid in full.
Explain
I
the
am-
ledger quickly.
Exactly,
Tell
bro.
people what the
For
ledger
those
is.
who aren't familiar with the ledger was a system I was using to try and bail TVNZU out of their financial strife by borrowing some money from some dairies, then investing that in the share market. Turns out, buying Fonterra shares when they were $23 wasn't a good idea. But all the dairies are paid back with interest above market rates, so that's cleared.
That is actually really great news because I was calling you a thief because you were a thief.
Only temporarily, but now I'm no longer a thief. More good news.
More good news.
I think a hushed silence fell upon everyone watching. I think the Lou Review may have found itself a new home post Ulate.
Someone else.
Wait. Have you been doing television deals without us? You remember who put you on TV? I mean, I don't want
Not
to point,
against
but I remember,
Wes.
was it Guy and...
We're all
Were
on
you
this
on
gravy
T-
train together.
Were you on TV before you met Guy and Tim?
No, I don't think so.
No. So where have
No,
you...
no, I'm bringing you with me. This is
Oh,
the
so
thing.
you got jobs?
Chelsea, you're coming too. Don't feel like you're not part of this.
You got jobs?
We're all part of this. We're all part of this.
And where are we going?
Can you make sure that he's legit about this?
Yeah.
'Cause I want a job.
I can't say just yet, but, and I'm not sure if I should be saying this, and you can follow the rumour mill as it progresses at facebook.com/Lou Review, but there is a possibility that joining the team is none other than respected journalist, slight fall from grace, Darren McDonald.
Darren McDonald. No,
Darren, I smoked pee on Nightline McDonald's.
Well,
Darren
it was a
McDonald.
while ago that he did that, but yeah.
But we are talking about the Darren McDonald who did his main sort of television credit was being live on amphetamines.
He was one of the most talented news broadcasters this country's ever seen.
And what, has he taken you under the wing?
Effectively. Well, once again, it's not. Nothing's confirmed. But there are discussions, and I probably shouldn't have brought them up. And now it's probably not going to happen. But there are discussions
bullshit.
with Darren McDonald, and we're all coming on the gravy train.
Yeah, Eminem Jen. That's right.
I know.
Jen on our side saying,
Look,
Tim, if you get a job, you
this
have to
isn't-
take Tim and Guy.
This isn't a situation where there are sides. We're all going. Chelsea's coming.
It's a party.
Lou Review.
The Lou Review 2013-14.
Gentlemen, could you please raise a Wakachangi, whatever you got in front of you, to the ledger?
Yeah, we'll
3,
share it.
2, 1. To the
ledger.
ledger.
To the ledger. Feels weird.
I don't know. So do we have income or are we walking dogs for payment? What's going on?
Once again, all details to be ironed out in the future. Now, I don't know if you got the pictures I sent you.
No.
All right.
Genuine
All
no.
right.
I wanted to relive a few memories while I was here, but I guess
Oh,
we'll
I
do
can
that on
do some.
Monday.
I can do some things. If you give me 30 seconds, I can do some things.
Okay, well, Guy, can
wanna-
I say some things about you? Because we're nearing the end of TVNZ.
Well, we've got 2 more weeks together, Tim. But I mean, by all means, what do you think of me? Let's hash it out. Let's really get open with the viewers, and let's talk about what's going on between us.
I don't know how much time we have. I no longer own a wristwatch, but I will say this. You've been mean to me.
I'll accept that.
Sometimes you've been too harsh.
I will accept that.
Hypercritical.
No, I will
would
not
say.
accept hypercritical.
And yet, I feel nothing but respect and love in my heart because you are an incredibly talented TV host and we're all getting on the gravy train That is the Lou Review post, don't know what camera I'm looking in, TVNZU.
All right, so we got
Tim,
a
We've
chop.
got your top 5 photos that you've reviewed, your top 5
I don't know
Loos.
what's on screen, but we will talk through it. Now this is a fond memory of the Lou reviewers who were with us from the start. You'll remember the infamous Jetstar review. Now the interesting thing about this photo, if you direct your attention to the top right-hand side of the screen, you'll see that outlawed on Jetstar flights are Discmans, scientific calculators, and first-generation Game Boys. You may not switch them on while the plane is starting off or landing.
What was happening in this photo, Tim?
This is a recent
as we
memory.
walk down memory lane together.
Now this, I believe, so far, off the top of my head, has scored the lowest score of any loo that I've reviewed, and that is the toilet in Myers Park. It looks like a horrible scene outside, and wait till you get inside. Hey, the Dyson Airblade, who remembers that?
No, this is the inside. This is
We
the inside.
briefly saw a Dyson Airblade. Do you remember that time?
I gotta say, it's a very confusing compilation of pictures we've got here.
It would almost be suggested that they weren't the ones I sent to Tim Lambourne, and Tim Lambourne has picked some
you
random
do
ones
get
himself.
the prevailing sense
But
that maybe this segment
who
wasn't
knows?
organised towards the end there.
Well, who's to say?
It's,
The main thing to remember is that here we have a toilet in an orange room that I reviewed in Wellington, and it was a beautiful flat because it once belonged to none other than John
John
Toogood.
Toogood from Sheehan. I
You
remember
remember.
that.
You remember. Clean bowl.
Well, Tim,
Beautiful goal.
I mean, all the best and all the worst, really. I think we're really grateful for you joining us on the show, and obviously
Thanks,
we'll see you
Guy.
next Monday. And it's a terrible blow with regards to accidentally selling your Fonterra stock.
Hey, it is what it is, people. Remember, sometimes when life kicks you in the ass, you have to say, hey, nice kick.
Nice kick, life. And Chelsea, lovely to meet you.
Nice
Good luck
to-
with
thank
Tim.
you.
Please
Talking to
look
them.
after him.
Oh,
We
thanks.
do worry. I mean, we do worry. We worry night and day. We're going to go to a quick break. Stick around afterwards. We've got another Kiwi hero in the studio.
Sorry,
Find out
I'm
who
a bit
after
sweaty.
this.
You know you're with your